college.
Don't get hide out.
You got another where we're going into closed session. I got one that's on this one, but it ain't there either. It's you. Here, you can get a road.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Call this meeting to order. This is the regular monthly meeting of Jefferson County Board of Commissioners. Steve, your invocation, please.
Lord, we do thank you for this day. We thank you for this opportunity we have to come together this time to make decisions for our county. Lord, we just pray that you'll just lead, guide, direct us. Decisions we made is based on what you have allowed us to do. Bless our country, our leaders. Lord, just help them to make decisions that will be right for our country and Lord, make it a better place. In Jesus' name we do pray.
Amen.
Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Motion to approve the board of the minutes for July 21st and 31st. Wayne made the motion. Steve second, all vote. Approve the financials.
Yes, sir, the general fund balance in the Heritage is $1,022,000. The Southeastern is stated that it just had minimal balance to keep it open for a total of $1,024,000. We have $89,000 in outstanding checks as of August 1st. You have the AP cash department report was in your packet for your review, and you have the revenue and expenditures for the first month of the current year. If there's any questions on that information. All right.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll say.
All made the motion on Steve second. All vote.
Okay, on the manager's report, we filed the 2015 LMIG application for Dr. Ruff Road at Kirkland Steel. We've not gotten the word back from the state yet, but we know that it's coming, so we've placed the ads. The bids will be opened on September the 10th, and the notice to proceed for both of those two projects will go within 30 days after the opening date of the ad. That ad ran for the first time this past week, we're all spread away. So we've got word back from the state that it's coming, we're just waiting for the official letter to come back. We applied for the Special Economic Development local LB grant for the intersection of J. Yon Road 221. We've not heard back from that yet. On 2014 projects, the Alton Hall School Road and the Oakland Church Road, we heard from Georgia Asphalt producers today that they started sweeping and clipping shoulders, and they will start the resurfacing this week. In your packet for your review is a draft version of the drug and alcohol testing policy. It's not on the agenda for this meeting, but I just want you to look at it. And any questions that you have, please feedback to Sharon and myself. And we'll also discuss, continue to meet with the county attorney and the constitutional officers to get that ready for the September meeting for hopefully final approval. Also in your package, you'll see a report from the road department on the number of grading miles that they've done, the roads that they've done. It's a pretty detailed report for your review. Also, a report comes in about the money from the state on the TIA collections, and that's the manager's report from the different departments as well.
Management, I'm sorry, it's financial report.
You don't need to do that.
That government agendas, Charles Watson will update us on the ISO rating.
Each one of you have in front of you the current ISO rating that we have just received 2 weeks ago from ISO. I want to update you on what happened. I think each of you knows that we have a grading in March. ISO actually has made some changes. A lot of changes have been made last year to the scheduling. I'll talk to y'all about that. And actually they come in March and done a grading. I'm not going to go through every bit of this right here because it's pretty extensive, but I have highlighted some stuff for you to read. If you have any questions, you can call me. But what I'm going to do is try to give you a quick synopsis on what did happen. I actually come in here in March and looked at the city of Hazelhurst and all the county fire stations, including Denton. We done about a 5 or 6 day prep to get everything ready for them. They were very specific about what they wanted. We had all the files laid out for them and everything, laid out the training to come in. Mr. Ralph Roberts coming from ISO and done the grading. We looked at the city of Hazelhurst first and went through all the city of Hazelhurst's credentials. The city of Hazelhurst has been graded, the city of Hazelhurst and the 5 miles around the city have been graded in 2010. But they decided now, since the new ISO has decided to come every 5 years, they decided to go ahead and grade everything at one time, city and county. Do it while they're here, which was no problem with that. We prepared everything and got ready before they come in. After looking at the city of Hazelhurst, we looked at all the Jeff Davis County stuff. And when we finished with that, Mr. Roberts met with me and he said, we have 2 options. He said, there's some new classifications that are coming about in July of 2014, which is an X, a Y, and a W. We have the option to grade all the county stations as they are, or you can umbrella them under the city of Hazelhurst. He said, well, I will tell you right now, 4 of your stations will go to class 10s. That means no protection, high insurance rates. The only one he was not sure about was Autumn Hall. And after I got this graded in, I called him last week and we was on the phone for about 45 minutes. And he told me Autumn Hall did miss it by about 1.5 points. So Autumn Hall would have been a class 10. So at that point, I made a decision to consolidate everything together that day when he told me that, and put it all together. I'm running under the city of Hazelhurst. The grading come back. The city of Hazelhurst is still a class 4. We lost 4.5 points in the grading. We were at 64-45 in the grading. When we put the county with the grading, we were 60-83, which we were about 4.5. We lost about 4.5 points in the grading. What that means is we're a fraction away from becoming a 5 again. But what I did tell him was that we could pull the county in with this and the city not lose their 4, we would do that. And we did that. So the city of Hazelhurst is class 4. The city of Graham, city of Denton will go from a class 7 to a class 4. They will have the same rating as the city of Hazelhurst. All the county stations will go to 4Xs. Now, what it does is it'll do away with class 9s. It will not do away with class 10s. So we still have a lot of areas, and this map shows you a lot of areas that have no protection. No protection, no protection, no protection. What that means is that what we have now is a good foundation to try to do a complete county-wide grading so that everything is a 4X. But it's going to take stations to do that. We've got 3 stations we need to build. We've done talked about that. We've got to build the stations in order to do that. In this grade right here, a couple things that pulled down. The fire department side and the water department side were pulled down from the previous grade. And the reason why is because on the fire department side, we added in the county stations. And there's a thing that used to be called credit for distribution. It is not now. It is a directive as far as the county stations where they're placed. Before, you used to have people that was close to 5 miles, within 5 miles of the city of Hazelhurst, that would get the city of Hazelhurst rating. That's gone. The closest fire station to your house is what you'll get rated by. So there's some people out here in the Omoki district that they will not be rated under the city of Hazelhurst anymore. They'll be rated under Omoki, which under the old system would have put them, if we would have stayed with the old system, the way it was, that would have put them in a class 10. But as it is now, they're going to be a 4X. A 4X is not a 4. It is not a 4, but it is a reduced from a 9. It's a reduction from a 9. So most of you folks will get a reduction, but there are people that are going to pay more. There's nothing we can do about that until we add stations. That's the biggest thing, is add stations. Because there are some areas that they're right there on that, what used to be 9, they are changing to a 10, because we're seeing it all the time. We get people calling all the time that the classification is changing. Insurance companies is calling me, Farm Bureau is calling me all the time. We need to look at this one, we need to look at this one, because it's being challenged by ISO. So there is some areas that people are gonna see they're gonna see an increase. There's nothing to do, there's nothing we can do. These will take effect November 1st of this year, is when the new ISO grading takes effect. So basically, we still have some areas to deal with, stations. We still have a water supply problem, because when you take the two municipalities, the city of Denton and the city of Hazelhurst, their water systems, but when you pull in all the county stations, you pull in that water shuttle side of it that we don't have. We don't have the capability to move that. Because right now, everything is graded under a 3,500 gallon per minute flow. Because they take the fifth largest building in your district, and that's what they go by, what the needed flow is. And the fifth largest in the city and the county is a 3,500 gallon per minute flow. We have them up above 7,000 gallons per minute flow. So they take the fifth one, and that's what they use to grade it by. So that's what we're at right now. We need 3 stations, we need water supply. Personnel, we've done pretty good. We merged the personnel together. Now, where the 5-mile area, the city of Hazelhurst in the 5-mile area got credit for the full-time fireman. Now the county gets credit for my full-time fireman. So the whole county basically is getting credit for the city of Hazelhurst full-time guys. You didn't get that back before under the old system. So a lot of things have changed in this grading system, which there's some pros and cons. There's just, that's the way it is. It was, and I think I told y'all, it was pretty devastating. One thing that did do better was we did better in our 911. Some of the upgrades that we had done with 911 actually brought the upgrades brought the schedule up, I think, to 8.23, and the last grade we were 7.20. So that come up. So the upgrades that was done at 911 paid off. And there's only 10 points you can get out of that, so we're pretty close. The one thing that I was real happy about was the fact that in this new grading system, the old grading system would give you 100 points. That was it. That's the most you could have, 100 points. That was class 1. Now you can get 105.5 points. Out of the new 5.5 points, we got 4.38 of those. And that is strictly community risk assessment. That is your fire prevention program, your inspection program, and your investigation program that you have for us. All that ties together for that 5.5 points. So those were points we didn't have last time that we were able to get. So it was a plus to get those points, and I was real pleased. I really didn't know what we would do. It's all new. None of us, none of our chiefs know. We don't know how that was going to play out, because it was completely new. It was completely a new game out there. And none of us knew how any department was going to play out that. So we done real well with that, and I was happy. That actually tacked on to our points and got us forward with that. So we are a strong 4, and the county's a 4X. City of Denton will be a 4. So those folks are the city of Denton is the people that's going to win the most, because they're going to see the largest reduction. They're going to go from a 7 to a 4, which is a great deal for homeowners.
You have these places out in the county that's going to be a 10. Then is it only 5 miles from the station, how the road runs, not how the crow flies?
No, it's not right, it's road miles. This is a road, this map right here is road miles. It shows you the area, and that's exactly where the 5 mile stops from the station. See, we have overage right here. You see the different colors here, there's overage here. Some of these people right here are closer to this station than our city station, and they've been getting the city's rate. Unfortunately, the way it's doing with the new scheduling, they will get the rate from here, which will be a higher rate. It's not gonna be as high as it could be, but it's gonna be higher because they're measured the closest distance to that house. So those folks that live right there, they're not gonna get the rate, the 4 from the city, they're gonna get the 4X from the county station because it's the closest station to their house.
I thought they went for the way the crow flies to actual road.
They used to.
They
Road mile
went,
this year.
it's actual road miles, It used to be crow fly, you just put a circle around it and that was it. But that's gone, it is actual road miles, and they Google it in the computer, and I mean, when you put, most of the insurance companies out, you walk in there, tell them where your house is at, they put it in the system, and it tells them exactly how far you are from each station in the county, and what the closest one is. So, and the only way to challenge that is to be able to challenge that there is a closer way, but it shows the closest station to your property. So, we still have a good bit of work we got to do. And stations, tankers is the biggest thing. Also, trying to get grading to help us with this area right here. It's over here. But that area down there at Graham, if we can get that automatic agreement with Ackley County, then we can eliminate that class 10 area right there. And it would fall under Graham's class 7, which nobody knows what's gonna happen to Ackley County when they get regraded. They have not been regraded yet. So, we don't know if they're gonna go down, up, or stay the same. But at least they will not be a 10. I'm sure Graham will not be a 10. Graham stands a chance of coming down maybe to a 6 or a 5. So, they have that same rate. It's great, but we've got to put pressure on the county commissioners over there to sign that automatic agreement, because it's not gonna cost them anything. It's just, we help them, they help us. That's all it is.
When I talked to Lewis Parker about it the other day, but I didn't get very far. So anyway,
I've called Lee, and Lee said, well, all I can do is bring the commissioners. And I'd like to meet you and go and talk to Lee and with it. I said, it ain't just that we win, y'all win too.
Right.
And so I don't think he understood it that way, but then there again, he said, I don't vote. He said, you need to talk to the other commissioners. And I called Sarah, and she had to call me back. But Charlie will be okay, so that's all we got to do.
Any questions? It's real brief. There's a lot of reading in here. There's a lot of calculations. But now that all the county stations are umbrella under the city of Hazelhurst, and that is working. I think that's going to work real well. It basically just ties everything together, and it shows what working together can get done. But we still have a lot of places that we got to address, the class 10s. We're going to have some people that's going to be upset when theirs go up because they were graded under City of Hazelhurst, and now they're going to be graded under Satilla or Omoki. There's nothing we can do about it. It is closest. I'd much rather be closest to a 4X than I had to be closest to a 10. Because, I mean, the 10 is not going to be any good. You're going to pay us the highest premiums. And some of the people right now are seeing those premiums that were in the 9 are going, the 9 still exists until November.
But now, if somebody is in the county, just say, out Dr. Tupper's Road, then that would be closer from station number 2
Exactly.
than Alma Hall, or even if Graham was in with
Yes,
it. So
sir.
they would fall under the city.
The city, yes, sir.
So long as the closest station to you, as long as it don't, and they ain't no 5 miles no more, whatever, it's just whichever station is closest to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And most of those folks are already getting that class 4,
Yeah.
and some of them will get probably a 5, because some of the insurance riders will ride at a class higher than what the CD is. They'll ride at a 5 instead of a 4. But they're already getting that classification now. It's just those on the outlying areas that are going to probably may see an increase. But then the people in some of these areas down here are going to see a decrease because they're going to go from a 9 to a 4X. But then it all comes up at renewal. So if your renewal date is October 31st of this year, you will not see it until next year because it happens on your renewal date of your insurance policy. So those folks that after November 1st, they'll see it fairly quick. The people that are back, they're going to have to wait a whole year on it before they get it.
all right, appreciate that, Charles.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda, we got approved the mapping contract with GMAS for fiscal year 15.
Yes, this is a new contract. It's a reduction to replace the work they've been doing on splits with Southern Surveying. GMAS is going to take that over. It's going to be a reduction in cost of about $4,300 of what the 2013 contract total was.
Can I ask a question? Is it, we can't do that? I mean, have we always got somebody else to do with that?
We have for to map the splits of the combos and to actually do the geocoding and the red line. We've always had traditional Southern Surveys have been doing that for us, and of course they're no longer in business. So we have to do the splits. We have to have support, but as far as I know, we sort of have the current capacity to handle that in-house at this point in time.
You don't have that.
Can I ask you a question? We've always done that, but we have for the last probably 7 or 10 years.
So why did we start passing it out? We used to do it, but we don't now.
They started doing that. Next year, again.
Well, I couldn't, I don't know, it's been a while.
We have some young people working.
One time we had 3 over there.
$6,250 there. Ain't bad.
Not cheap, we were.
Well, it's just a survey contract.
This is one year contract, that's correct.
You say $4,200.
And pay more. That's already, we don't have a chief appraiser, we don't, not $3, I make a motion, we approve.
Awesome.
That's one home.
We need a motion.
If we get by.
We need a motion.
Wayne made a motion, I second.
Wayne made Steve second, all vote. Next on the agenda, we got 3 errors and releases and 1 refund of mobile home that was torn down in 2013.
Yes. These are 3 mobile homes that were in Pine Tree Mobile Home Park that used to be owned by Calvin Harrison. Mobile homes were down in the 2013 year, so we need to release them from the 2014 pre-bills. And also we have, we can do, you want to do those first, we go to the refund
Yeah.
second.
Need a motion to release those first 3.
For the total of $34.87.
That was good.
$62.
No, 627.
First, you have to have paper and give me where the company of Texas that bought it, had destroyed it and sent it. And then they've even sent some to where they've upgraded some of the homes.
I
And,
made a motion to.
Want to make a motion to refund that, Wayne second, all vote. Okay, this is a refund on George and Betty Hand on their tax, their duplicated.
No, it's
The
refund.
refund, this mobile home,
It's 13, you pay a year in advance. The mobile home.
Releases, is that what you're
they are
talking
releases,
about?
yes.
That was
The
ENR's.
ours.
Now we're going to the return.
So that was a release.
That was
That was
released.
Aaron.
That was not a refund.
Yeah.
That was released.
Well, it was
But no, they're
$34.87.
just not gonna.
That's
pay
tax.
it.
They got paid.
We'll release those taxes.
The next one's a refund.
Next one.
Is that better do a motion?
To release.
Release it.
To release it. Aaron release.
Okay.
$62
Yes,
for
and that-
George Big Hand.
This is on a mobile home that was duplicated on 2 different tax bills that were both paid. The one paid that it should not have been on was George and Betty Hand. It's strictly on the mobile home value of $55.42 at the 40% value times the total millage rate. And this millage rate includes the county and the Board of Education. and those will be refunded out of their distributions. It will all come out of the counties. The county portion will come out of the counties, the Board of Education will come out of the Board of Education's next distribution section for the total of $62.
I had a problem because I couldn't understand why there was a difference between the two. But the value of the mobile home was $12,192 when one bought it, and then $19,171 when the person bought it later, and it jumped. But then to come to find out, they put it on 3 3/4 acres of land with a septic tank and well. When they send these to us from now on, it'd be nice and ask Kathy today, send a property record card where that we can tell why there's a difference. And she did, she faxed me some to the house, and that was the difference, that they had a well, a septic tank, and over 3 acres of land more. And so that's why, because I took the difference between the two trailers was only $22.17, and I couldn't understand why we were wanting to refund $62. But once you do the 40% on it, that's correct. So I make a motion that we do.
Want to second refund, Steve? Next on the agenda is discuss the closure of Azalea Lane and Halton Road.
Yes, we need a determination and that these two roads have ceased to be used by the public to the extent that no substantial public purpose is served by them, or that their removal from the county road system is otherwise in the best public interest. I apologize for reading that, but the language has to be specific. So if I have a motion, I can state the motion, or I can go on to read that motion for discussion.
I'll make a motion that Azalea Lane and Alton Road cease to be used by the public.
Well, I think our motion, we're not coming off in our June, but I think our motion needs to be to start the process.
We're talking about,
To start the process, I'll close it.
yeah, y'all have to make the determination that it is not, then we have to advertise it, then we have to have a public hearing at 5:30 before the next meeting, and then you vote to actually close it. This determination is not that to close it, but determination that it has ceased to be used for any significant public purpose, or to remove it would be in the best public interest.
They understand when we close, we don't grade it.
That's correct.
They understand that, they're the ones that's requesting Azalea Lane, that's where we got this chicken out, and you can't get out.
Where's
We,
Azalea Lane?
the Alton Road,
Alton Road hasn't been graded in years.
It's Alton, these and Alton.
one of them,
Azalea Lane is up.
Azalea Lane is where Ryan McLean's got his chicken house. And it ain't but about as far from here to the Church of God's front door. And then he's got it from then on, and he's hauled crushing run. Last year, Bill McBride told him that if he didn't do something to that road, that they'd pull the chickens. Ray said he went out there and they pushed him out with bulldozers. And it was during the wet season. And he owns the land on both sides of the road. And it's only, I'd say, 200 yards. And that's the only one. Now, I went to Ray and Steve, just went and looked at the one down there on the Jeff Davis and Bacon County line.
Alton Road.
Yeah.
Is that who it is?
That's been graded in probably several months. Nobody, the man just bought it. Mr. Altman passed away, his son passed away, and the family sold it to another man out of Coffee County. He's gonna fence it in for the cows. He has, now part of the road won't be closed, part of Bacon County. We have, let's say, that we have met with him, talked with him. I ain't got a problem with either one of them.
So we just need to go through the legal process and
Right.
run it back on.
We have to make a motion of what you read to start the legal process.
That's right.
I make a motion. I
I say.
We all vote. Well, dogs, Hiroshi couldn't be here tonight, he had to go to something else. I need a motion for us to go into executive session, discuss personnel. Wayne made the motion, made a second. Y'all would excuse us, let's go into executive session, please.
Do a call, do a question. Do a call, do a question.
I stay in the
Yeah.
Okay. town needs to stay too.
We got a personnel issue, to appoint Charles Watson as the EMA director. I need a motion,
46 months trial.
for 6 months in trial. Steve make a motion. Wayne second, all vote. Mr. Watson, you're down to
No.
the EMA director.
Thank y'all, gentlemen, I appreciate it.
Meeting adjourned. Done, got mine.
Congratulations, Chief.
I'm doing nothing.
There's that. Uh-oh, you need my belt?
I ready to go.
Don't go far.
And we'll try to get down there and see Lee in the next day.
Okay.